this next 2 weeks to get his team ready for St Johnstone. And I've written down that the 4 games after that, then you've got the first Europa League after St Johnstone against Real Betis, then you've got Motherwell, then you've got Livingston in the quarter final. So they've got some tasty games coming up, but I would expect Rangers to come back and show a reaction. You have to show a reaction because there's a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of disappointment. But the only way they can put that to the side is by winning games of football, and the first one comes in a week on Saturday against St Johnstone, and that's not going to be easy either.
Sure. Here's Michael Beale speaking afterwards, after the defeat, and he said, look, there's a long way to go.
Naturally it puts a pressure on the team, but there's a pressure playing for Rangers and managing Rangers anyway. It's important that we go on a run. Today is bitterly disappointing. I don't think we deserve the result we got, but it is what we have, and so it's important that we reassess over the international break and come back stronger. There's a lot of football to be played. If there's anything to take out of it, it's the fourth game of the season, so there's a lot more football in front of us.
He spoke about the goal conceded.
Well, I think we can't concede a goal the way that we did today because it's a goal from an isolated moment. It's a fantastic finish. I won't taking that away from the striker, but on our side, it's a horror story in terms of the goal. At the other end, we created enough chances. We could create more with the amount of possession we have, but we created enough chances to score goals today, and that's the story of the game for us. I thought over the game, I thought we were slightly the more dominant team.
And he told Sky afterwards where he felt the teams were at the moment.
In terms of the two teams on the pitch, it's the result. And whether people would talk about big words about mentality, this, that and the other, I think there was nothing between the two teams there. I thought we were the team in the ascendancy and we missed big chances, and we give away a really poor goal. I think both teams will play better and grow as the season goes on. It's important that we do.
Peter, nothing between the teams, would you agree?
I don't like being critical of managers in any shape or form because I know how difficult a job it is. I think he's delusional on that interview. In that particular, I thought when he was talking about the game, the chances and all that, I couldn't believe what I was saying. I couldn't think Rangers putting 2 or 3 passes together. They got to the 18-yard box, run out of ideas, so I can't remember the centre-backs passing into the middle of the pitch maybe once. But he, as I said, Callum McGregor, Celtic were playing out of tight areas and under pressure. Barry spoke about it right from the start. If I'm going in there as a Rangers manager, I am putting Celtic under so much pressure, not drop them off and allowing them to get a pass, the centre-backs or whatever. And you maybe have this as a tactic, but you see that noise that's building up before the game, prior to the match, you've got to go and live with that. And Barry will tell you, get a cross in, get a shot in, get a tackle in. Rangers done none of them. None of them. And for the manager to come out and say that he thought they're probably slightly the better side in the chances, what about the chances Celtic had? Even in the first half, final ball, Kyogo goes in and flicks one. Great defending with James Delaney at the back post, to be fair, because he stopped Maeda getting on in it. So there was a lot of things like that. But I thought the manager, and as I say, I hate being critical of him, but I think that interview was delusional if he thought that.
Barry, it's a big word, delusional. It's a strong word.
Yeah, but it's tough for me to say this, but they've never done enough to win the game, Paul. I'm not going to sit here and say Rangers dominated. Did they work this into some decent areas? Yep, but the quality in the final third wasn't good enough. And you could say that about Celtic. Granted, just says they broke away 3 or 4 times. Apart from the Jack Butland, that was a brilliant save for Abada. I think it was Maeda. There was another couple of situations. So I didn't think Rangers dominated. And at the end of the day, Paul, they just didn't do enough. Weren't good enough to win the game. That was the case on Sunday.